All right, so we have great news. So the law went into effect. The 21st century road to housing access. This is a big reform that was, working through the Congress and the House of Representatives. It's finally went into effect July 11. Trump didn't like it. They had to beat it. But I will discuss the three main benefit that will benefit us here in the Valley area. So the first is Title 10. Title 10 is basically a complete ban uh, for big corporation from buying single family home. So the law pretty much said that they can only own 350. That's the cap. That's the maximum. Above that, they will be fined $1 million plus three. I don't know, it's like three per property or three per how many they have. So that means that in Vegas alone, one of the biggest players of this is Blackstone. Blackstone owns Progress Residential. It's one of the worst property management. The typical one only in good tenants. If you have bad credit, they keep you to the rock. So, but they own approximately 3,000 to 4,000 property in their portfolio. Next one's gonna be first key home or first home something. They actually own around 1,000 to 2,000, and first I think house for rent another one. That's the other one. But pretty much what it does, eliminate for them to buy more single family. One of the biggest reasons people cannot buy homes because one of these companies they hold most of the inventory. They own a large pool. I think like between 10 or 20% of the whole county area here in the Vega. So how they're gonna play around? So the law given 7 years. So that's the caveat: 7 years for them to sell them to single buyers. So how it's gonna play around? So we're gonna see either large inventory come back from there to the market, so people can buy at a regular price. Doesn't really tell how it's gonna happen. Maybe they sell to individual buyers, maybe sell like a lot, batch, who knows? This still in progress. So that's a big win for the average buyer who cannot buy a home because one of these, you cannot compete with these titans. Those guys, they own the strip. Blackstone, they own, pretty much all the NGM properties, BC property. That's why our strip is kind of expensive. People don't want to come in. All right, so that's the big win. The second one is called mobile home. So in the past, if you want to get a mobile home, one of the reasons people don't like it because mobile homes are cheap. And you have to get a chassis. And if you want to get a mortgage, you have to convert it to a real property, which is paying in the butt, and you have to pay, big money. What it does, eliminate the chassis requirement. So developers, builders can now build mobile home with more customization and can be a strong foundation. So from the beginning, it say the buyer couple $1,000, so that way they can just build right there from the ground and they can be easy finance. That's one of the struggle of buying mobile home in Vegas because the one that are out there, they're not many, and there's like the entry level for just a mobile home is similar to a condominium or an apartment complex. I mean, right now the average mobile home is like in the $200,000, 200 to 252. That's what I saw last time. But what they do, they will eliminate. Another thing what it does, it allow hub to allow higher quality material. One of the biggest complaint of mobile home buyers, people don't like it because they are built for cheap material. They break too much. The plumbing is a pain in the ass. Electrical, utility is basically. But what it does, there will be incentives for builders to build a stronger mobile home, so that way we can hit an entry level. The third P is called the conversion. So now you'll be allowed to. This is mainly for investors who want to buy a office commercial building that's being empty and convert it to an apartment complex. That would be an incentive right now. I mean, in New York, you see that already happening. Didn't raise so much over there. So that's another pet peeve about conversion from a office building to an apartment complex, because an office building is the conversion process is kind of expensive at the same time, so there will be incentive for them to recoup some of that investment. Another thing that we do it, there will be incentives to fix older home, and you may see forgivable loans. That's what I heard. That's really what it said. Like, another thing, they want to push big financial literacy classes. What HUD is trying to do, even here in Nevada, where the Department of Housing Division, is that they want people to be educated. So they're going to release more programs, more down payment assisting. The one that we have right now is kind of shaded because sometimes are forgivable, sometimes they have some restrictions. So this one will give a little way. So, but anyway, it's a big win for the average folks. So I mean, they can afford a home, you know, because right now the entry price for a single family home is in the 400 grand and above. So luckily with this company, away from the competition, we can have more leverage. But we see it's gonna happen. Like I said, 7 years, the caveat. I wish it would be less. I wish it would be like 3, so that way they can start. But we're gonna see a large batch. Like I said, I don't know how is it gonna make it do it. Do I actually really a big batch right away, or the average buyer can just buy from their own inventory, or they can be